Welcome to the Firefly Family Gaming Channel. This is Serena.
Hi.
I'm Anthony, and today we had some fun today. Um, we went to a couple different new retro video game stores. I hit up this one pawn shop that we like to go to. They sometimes hit and miss, but most of the times they usually have pretty good stuff. And the thrift store here in town actually had a Hot Wheels event. The guy bought like 11,000 Hot Wheels, and so he was blowing them out. So that's where we started our day, and we went from there. So let's get this show rolling and see what we got and talk about what we did yesterday or today or whatever day.
Whatever day it is.
So this is our first stop was the pawn shop. So you can see the PS5 controllers.
No, Zelda controller.
PS5, everybody.
That's that Yeti mic.
Some third-party 64 controllers.
This is the first M&M store that we went to.
They had a ton of stuff for a small store. Super clean. Man.
Everything was nice and neat in there.
Priced. Everything
was priced.
Well, not everything. The old Atari games. All that Fallout stuff.
That's not priced.
Not priced. Still freaking super cool.
But that bag is really cool.
That's what you carry your ammo in.
Is it?
But they actually had more NES games than the bigger store had, which is weird. But whatever. The Spy Hunter game, I almost grabbed it, but we ended up getting the GameCube game at the bigger store, which I've never even seen before. So, what else? I don't know what's going on there with that game.
I don't know what that was.
There's a Jeopardy down there.
I see that. There's some Super Nintendos.
Operation. Oh, the Russian attack. Huh. That's weird. More NES games. Oh, Back to the Future. That was one I had when I was younger. Pretty good game.
Yeah.
All our handhelds.
And even though they're in these glass cases, they're not locked. So you can slide them open and look at them.
Pretty good Genesis collection, Still, again, I liked everything was priced,
That was the best part in there.
And you can, like you said, you can get to, none of the cases, the high-end cases were locked, but...
None of these cases are locked. So you can always just, slide it open and get the stuff out.
Bunch of 64 games, and, it's kind of hard to tell from the glare, but some of the prices,
Those are all GameCube and Wii games.
All those posters are freaking cool.
We just need more space.
So this is the big store, the superstore down in Pinellas Park. This is like the yellow tags are the consignment.
Notice the big padlock.
Yeah.
Because these are some really high-end games. I know you can't see the prices, but...
Yeah. I think some of them, some of these games that were in there, it's like I've just never seen, which is kind of cool,
Yeah.
Can't afford them, but there's the Bonk's Adventure, $13.50.
That game right there was
Sonic, Resident, or was it?
I don't know.
More consignment things.
These are and as soon as you walk into the store, this is the first case you see.
Virtual Boy, I think it was like $900 in the box. I forget what this is. I remember seeing it before, but it's like one of the early. There's a ColecoVision. There's a Sega CD in the box, So the box kind of beat up, but you don't see this stuff. Look at all these Sega. I've seen all these Sega Saturn games.
Got excited.
Yeah, no big deal. So there's Super Famicom games, 64 imports, PAL version games. I mean, I didn't really dig through any of them. Sega. What was those? Not the Genesis, but the crap. I can't remember. But this is inside the arcade. You can $5 and you can get the games from there. Like Neo Geo arcade. You don't see that every day. You'll see right over here in the middle. You can
Just play the games.
Play all the games you want right there. So
That's
somebody was playing Mario Kart, you know.
That's pretty cool.
So this is our little arcade. This place has been here forever. I was going there when I was younger.
We went on dates there.
Serena with some skee ball. Okay, 0 points. All right. You get any better points? Nope, not that time. Let's see what you got this time. Oh, you got a good one. How about that one? Oh, you got a good one. And your last one?
That wasn't my last one.
Oh. Finished off strong.
I beat you.
Yeah, you did. Playing some NBA Jam. It was pretty fun. They had all kinds of old games and plus the new games.
Yeah.
And, you know, like I said, there's a whole nother video just from us
playing video games
at the arcade. So.
And it's so funny because our 14-year-old was like, I don't want to go. It's not going to be fun.
Because she was all into it.
She was having more fun than anybody.
Can I have more tokens?
Yeah.
Here's the kids playing some racing games. So we ended up having a really good day yesterday. You know, hanging out, you know, checking out the thrift store and, you know, the pawn shop and the, you know, game stores that we've never been to before. You know, so this is everything we got. So the thrift store that we were talking about had the Hot Wheels event. And the guy bought 11,000 Hot Wheels. And last time he had one, you know, I just collect like Volkswagen, Porsche, Batman, and, you know, maybe some random other ones, you know. So this time they didn't have too many Volkswagens and too many Hot Wheels this time. So
he had a lot of Hot Wheels.
Had a lot of Hot Wheels, but not
just
a lot
not
of Batman and
Anthony
Volkswagen. Yeah, but Serena found almost all these. This was a little bit of an older one. Sega. It was a Sega series. I didn't know this one, and it was just this one, Fandango. Pretty cool looking. Pretty cool. Maybe we can try to find the other ones. There's a Volkswagen set I'm trying to finish, and I only need 3 left. And Serena found this one, so now I only need 2 left. So pretty cool. This is the Volkswagen SP2. Pretty cool looking.
Doesn't even look like a Volkswagen.
Sure don't. And I found these 2. This was from 2010. This is a Batman. And I found this one, Batman Arkham Asylum, 2011. Pretty cool. So after that, you know, there we hung out for a while and came back home and decided that we were going to go down to Clearwater and check out this GameStop down there. That the GameStops all around here in town keep saying, like, we send all of our retro games that gets traded in to this main location.
So we go down there.
Yeah.
Nothing.
All right. So before we, you know,
it was terrible.
Yeah, it was a waste of time. So we found nothing. But before there, we stopped at this one pawn shop, and they usually have some pretty good games there, and they changed up some stuff.
Obviously, it's a pawn shop. They get new stuff in.
You could see from the clips of what they had. They actually had a PS5, $750.
Our girls. Like, our one daughter went with us, and she never gets to go with us because we usually go on Friday nights and she works. But she got to go with us yesterday, and and she's going, Mom, you see that Yeti? That Yeti microphone? I was like, yeah. She's like, that's a $90 microphone. I was like, it's a pawn shop, honey.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. And she's like, I just need to come out here and start buying stuff. I was like, that's what we keep trying to tell you guys. I think it was like $60, $70.
Pretty good mic.
Yeah.
So Serena found they had, you know, they had all kinds of a good selection of games. You know, they actually had more Xbox and PS3 and 4s, and, you know, that they've never had.
They had a GameCube game, but it was all scratched up, so we didn't get it.
So here's Serena actually haggled these herself, and what'd you?
So everybody knows me. I like Mario stuff, but Mario stuff is expensive.
It can be.
So they had Super Mario All Stars for the Super Nintendo, and they had Super Mario Kart.
All right.
I've learned everything with the Super Nintendo. It says super
everything.
Super everything.
Super duper.
So they wanted 30 for the Mario Kart and 20 for the All-Stars. They actually had 2 All-Star games, and one of them was all faded out, and it was like $15, and then this one was 20. And usually I'm the kind that I'll buy the worst looking copy
because try to clean it,
and then because it's always going to be cheaper. But this one was only $5 more, and I was like, all right.
And one thing I liked about this pawn shop, they changed up some of their stuff, but now they're starting to put prices on everything.
Yeah.
So that helps them a lot.
And then they had some Genesis games, and Anthony's seen this Rocky and Bullwinkle Genesis game.
They had games there that we already owned.
Yeah. So I walked up there, and the Genesis game didn't have any price on it. So I walked up there, and I was like, well, first of all, how much for the Genesis game? And he's like, it won't be any more than $5. And I went, okay, cool. I said, will you do 40 for all of them? And he's like, oh, I can't do 40. I was like, okay. I was like, well, what are you thinking? And he goes, 50 for all of them. And I'm like, that's just buying these 2. Like, that's not a deal. So I'm like, 45 for all of them. And the guy goes, all right, I can do 45 for all of them.
Ended up being like the Rocky and Bullwinkle ended up being like a $15 game.
Yeah.
We looked up afterwards. And this was just kind of a
spur thing.
Like, ooh, Rocky and Bullwinkle, so it's like, don't have a Rocky and Bullwinkle game. And I think the All-Stars was like a
that one was actually a $20 game.
$20 game.
But this one is like a $50 game.
It was like 45ish around there somewhere, and like it feels a little bit cleaner. This was a little bit dirty, but we can clean it up.
We can clean this
Still
up.
45 for all that. I don't know. Tell us what you think. I think it's a pretty good deal.
I thought I did pretty good.
So once we went down to the Clearwater GameStop, and it was a total bust, and we're all the way down there. So
we stopped at this one before we get to the Clearwater.
And we said, well, there's a retro video game store, Superstore. It's actually in St. Pete. Eminem video game.
Yeah.
And they have different locations, and there was actually one on the way. It's in Palm Harbor. So we stopped there, and you can see from the clips, it was a pretty good little store, just one guy was in there, and actually when we go in there, then, there's already some other guy in there. He's trying to work a deal with this 64, then some guy brings all his kids in here, and kids are running around, grabbing the zappers, running around, and all we're wanting to do is ask about some books and a game,
Yeah, because you guys know me, I like my strategy guys.
So we had to be patient and just kind of hung out, and he had a good selection of stuff, for a little store like that. It's super clean,
A lot of high-end stuff.
Yeah, we'll go back. And Serena found this one game here.
So I found the Last of the Guardian. So if you guys remember from the video, probably released a couple of days ago, we have this in the Steelbook. But the Steelbook is like $60 to $70 that I can trade in and get something else for.
Yeah, we can trade it or sell it or something.
So I got this one, and I think we paid like $20 for it.
Yeah.
And the kids wanted it to play, and I want it to play. So we'll just keep this one and then trade the other one in and get maybe a Mario Party.
You never know.
You never know.
So we made our way down to the main flagship store, M&M Video Games. Is that what does it have the actual name on there? It doesn't.
Oh, wait. I think one of these has the receipt.
Oh, there we go. Let's see here. M&M Superstore and Arcade. If you just remember from the clips, there was they have actually a little arcade and
inside there.
Inside the game store. And we're definitely going to go back to this place because they said on Saturdays from 7 to 10. You could go into the arcade anytime.
It's like $5 in a person, and
$5
you can play whatever
free
you
play.
want. Yeah.
And you can see from the clips, like they had retro games, Nintendo games, Sega games, Xbox games. You can play all those. Plus they got a little arcade, and it's $5 and just free play. Go do what you got to do. But they said on Saturdays it's free from like 7 p.m. to close. So I was like, well, dang, that's a pretty good deal, you know.
It's only like 2 hours for us to get down there.
Yeah, but that could be a pretty good night, you know, go hang out down there. So the M&M Superstore and Arcade is actually in Pinellas Park, Florida, and you can see from the clips like this was pretty cool little place, man. You definitely will go back when you got more time.
It was a nice place.
A little bit more money, you know.
Yeah, because they have consignment inside of there too, but I guess it's 2 guys that work there.
Yeah, there was like a couple. 3, I think it's 3. Anyway, there's some people that work there.
And
they're
they
basically just
selling off their collections, some of their collections, and yeah, they want pretty penny for all their stuff.
It was pretty cool that I seen that I've never seen. There was the Jetsons NES game, and they had one in their little consignment area for like $350, but then they had another copy of it in their regular section for like $400. You know, it was weird. Plus they had that, I've never even seen it or heard of it, NES game Bonk's Adventure.
Yeah.
It was like $1,400. It's like, oh my god. You know, they had, old stuff, ColecoVision and, Sega CD in the box.
They had a whole bunch of Saturn games.
All sports games. Bunch of import games. I've been looking at like the PAL version games. They had a bunch of those. Import. Super Famicom, 64 Nintendo 64 import games. I mean, they had it going on, and you could definitely spend hours in this place just digging and looking.
But
plus they had some deals,
Yeah, and you had to look at them really good though, because so like we were looking at the GameCube games, and I think it was an Animal Crossing that I was looking at.
I can't remember.
I don't know. But
you could clearly see.
No, it wasn't that Mickey Mouse.
Oh yeah, Mouse something.
Mouse Hunt or something like that. And he wanted $70 for this game, and Anthony picked it up and he goes, "It's a copy."
Yeah, you can clearly see.
The thing is a copy.
And it wasn't original case.
And it wasn't an original case, but it said up here it said reprint.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, you should give a discount if you're going to reprint it. The guy that was in there,
they had people constantly walk around the sales floor. Like, hey, you need some help, whatever. And he said to me, he's like, you find the game, whatever you're talking about it. He's like, we can work a deal. So I don't think it really mattered what the price was. They work a deal, So
yeah, I just didn't sit really with me. But I mean, we got some cool games anyway. You can talk about them. I got really cool things over here.
I found they had a good. I thought they could have had a better selection of NES games, but maybe they only put out so much, so whatever. But I remember I had this when I was younger, Operation Wolf. And it was like $8, pretty good little game. I was actually wanting to get this game on the NES, but they had on the GameCube, the Spy Hunter. It was actually $7.50, so it was like, and it's complete. The disc was in good condition. And this one I've been kind of eyeballing for a little bit, which ended up being, I think, like a really good deal. The Sonic Mega Collection, 7 great hits. The original Sonic, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, Sonic Spinball, 3D Blast, Sonic Knuckles. I mean, for $14, pretty good, in both end cases. So,
yay! Then Anthony goes, "Did you see all the strategy guides?" I was like,
he had like a little tiny section.
I was like,
tucked off in the corner.
No, there's strategy guides, and he goes, "Yeah." So I go over there, and all the strategy guides were $5. I had a huge pile, and Anthony goes, "We're not getting all those."
But one thing they had like a sign on there, like if you bought the strategy guide and the game with it, then like the strategy guide was like 50% off.
So
like,
the guide would be like $250.
Yeah.
Yeah, but these games I already had. So I got.
But all these strategy guides were how much?
$5.
$5.
So I got God of War, And Anthony probably got so mad at me because, I mean,
I didn't get mad.
It's just so pretty.
She likes the pictures. They're cool.
They're so pretty.
Any pop-ups?
No. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? So, I got God of War. I got Tomb Raider. Which one is this one? Underworld. You guys know me. I like Tomb Raider. Hers are just black and white. But it's still, you know, like the cities and stuff. It's still pretty. So, I got Underworld and I got Legend. One of these, this one, does have... They took the maps out.
Ah,
which is fine.
you get $5. What do you
Still
expect?
$5. You know. So, I like having the strategy guides. I just told Anthony we have to move another bookshelf in here because I've outgrown the magazine rack that's down here.
Yeah.
So, but I had a huge, like, pile, and he's like, we're not getting all those.
She actually put one. She had a. What game did you grab?
Oh, Lemony Snicket's and
Yeah.
Series of Unfortunate Affairs.
So she put that game back.
And got all
another
my-
book.
and got my book.
I think the game ended up being
The same
it
price.
was like $6 or something.
Yeah.
So. But there's some deals there. You just gotta dig and
You
gotta
gotta
find
dig for them.
them. But man, I didn't really go through the Sega stuff that much. I like to do that next time.
I'd like to. They had like a lot of PS2s. I know that that's a big collection anyway, and they had a lot of 360s. I'd really like to go, really go
we didn't
through
even look
them
at the
a
Xbox
lot.
at all.
Yeah.
They had one big section in the middle, and it was all controllers, like
Yeah.
third party plus the like official. Like they had it all sorted out. Like they had like a section. It was crazy. They had a section for like 3DO. Then they had a section for TurboGrafx. They had a section for Sega Genesis. And they had a section for GameCube. They had a section for everything.
He was
every
in heaven.
every console. And the one thing I've been looking for, and we bought some extra stuff, so we're kind of like at our limit of what we knew we were going to spend. But I knew they have them, and next time we go, I'm going to get one. I picked up that
Super Scope.
the Super Scope like sometime a while back, but I need the sensor for it. They had a stack of sensors there. I was like, oh my gosh, they got them. I was like, I've never seen them yet. So
And then he's like, Serena, look at this. It's a Dreamcast controller. I'm like, we don't have a
Yeah.
Dreamcast. And he goes, but it's the controller. And I
yeah,
went,
you just never see them.
but we don't have a Dreamcast.
You don't see them anywhere. I was amazed. I mean, like they had a box of them, and you just don't see those around.
I guess
here,
we'll have to get a Dreamcast now just so he can have the
Yeah,
controller.
just so I can say I bought a controller, or just have the controller and just.
But they do have the, like we were talking on the way home, they had a bunch of the Retrons there at reasonable prices. So,
now we're thinking about the cleaning up the game area.
I am a huge, I can't handle wires. I don't know how you gamers can do it.
We're doing the best we can. With
I
what
have
we
it hidden so I can't see them because it just drives me insane.
So I think we're probably gonna look into like down the road that Retron 5, and like Josh said, he's got that adapter. He can play the Master System games on the Retron 5.
I just can't handle all
yeah.
the wires. They drive me crazy.
Plus they had a Retron 77 for the Atari, and I've been eyeballing one of those.
And so that would be all of the ones that we need, and then
we can just, like kind of cool said, you can use like the Retron and the Hyperkin, and save your miles on your systems.
Yeah.
And just put them up for display.
But we don't even play the regular Nintendo anymore.
Yeah, because
We have that cheap,
third-party one, and it works just fine.
and so we've just been playing that one.
Yeah.
But that's another wire that I could get rid of,
Mhm.
and so it's just, I don't know if there's any lady gamers or wives that I just can't handle it. I just can't. So
We finished the day. We finished the night, and we went to a local. I don't want to say it was a retro video arcade, but we're gonna have another separate video just on the arcade place, and yeah, it's that place has been there forever. Yeah,
We used to go on dates there.
yeah. I mean, it's gone through different phases and shut down for a while, and actually through the whole, COVID deal, it stayed open the whole time.
Did it?
Oh yeah, it was open the whole time. I
I
remember.
didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't go down
I
that
mean, there's
way.
probably a time frame that they did shut down for a little while, but they're still on. And there was a lot of people in there.
There was, but where we live. We're outside a big city. I guess, and we would say Tampa is a big.
Yeah.
We're on the outskirts of a big city, and to get to Tampa,
Big for us anyway.
yeah, to get to Tampa, it's like 45 minutes to an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So where we live, you don't have a lot of stuff around here.
No.
So there's really, I mean, the place that we live, like the area that we live, they actually for the longest time called it God's waiting room.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's just retired people that live
Yeah.
in this area that we're at. And like, I think since me and you've been dating, a lot more young, like a lot more young couples, a lot more young married people have started coming into this area, but they haven't built it.
Yeah,
They haven't built it up for young married couples. It's still a lot for older, older retired seniors.
So if you want to do anything good, fun,
you have to go to Tampa or
drive.
Clearwater or St. Pete. So.
Which is okay every once in a while. So
Yeah.
Now that we finally went to this M&M game store, then we've been talking about it for a while, and now we know that we're definitely going back. So
yeah,
that'd be cool.
So that's our video.
Hope you enjoyed the video. Look forward to down the road. There'll be another video just on the arcade we went to. So it was pretty fun. So hope you guys enjoyed our pickups, and tell us what you think, what we got, and keep on playing, guys. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.